The Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP, is one of the most important political forces in modern India. Its name translates to the Indian People's Party, but its significance goes far beyond a party label. Since 2014, it has led India's national government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and it has built a political presence across parliament, state legislatures, and local party networks. The BJP is usually placed on the right wing of Indian politics, and many scholars describe parts of its politics as Hindu nationalist, rooted in the idea that Indian national identity is deeply connected to Hindu civilization and culture. To understand the BJP is to understand a major transformation in Indian democracy, the shift from decades of Congress dominance to an era where one party, one ideology, and one leadership style have reshaped national politics. The BJP's story begins before the party itself existed. Its earliest political ancestor was the Bharatiya Janata Party, founded in 1951 by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee. Mukherjee had been associated with Hindu nationalist politics and created the Jana Party as a political platform aligned with the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, commonly known as the RSS. The RSS is a large Hindu nationalist volunteer organization founded in the 1920s, and it has played a major role in shaping the ideological and organizational world around the BJP. In the early decades after independence, the Jana Party remained smaller than the Indian National Congress, which dominated national politics. But it gave Hindu nationalist politics an electoral vehicle and helped build the cadre-based system that later became one of the BJP's greatest strengths. A major turning point came during and after India's emergency, from 1975 to 1977. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's government suspended many civil liberties, jailed opposition leaders, and ruled with extraordinary powers. After the emergency ended, several opposition groups came together to form the Janata Party. The Jana Party merged into this broader anti-Congress coalition, and in the 1977 general election, the Janata Party defeated Congress. This was a historic moment. India had its first non-Congress government at the national level. But the coalition contained many ideological factions, and tensions soon grew, especially over the continuing links of former Jana Party members with the RSS. By 1980, the Janata Party had fractured. Former Jana Party members regrouped and founded the modern Bharatiya Janata Party. The BJP's early years were not immediately successful. In the 1984 general election, held after the assassination of Indira Gandhi, the party won only 2 seats in the Lok Sabha, India's lower house of parliament. At that moment, it looked like a marginal force. But the BJP had 2 advantages that would matter later: a disciplined organization and an ideological network that extended beyond normal party structures. Over time, it shifted from a moderate emphasis on Gandhian socialism toward a clearer embrace of Hindutva politics. Hindutva, broadly speaking, is an ideology that presents India as a civilization rooted primarily in Hindu culture. Supporters describe it as cultural nationalism, while critics argue that it risks marginalizing religious minorities in a constitutionally secular republic. One of the most consequential moments in the BJP's rise was the Ram Janmabhoomi movement, especially the Ram Rath Yatra of 1990 led by L.K. Advani. The movement centered on a disputed religious site in Ayodhya, where Hindu activists claimed a temple marking the birthplace of Lord Ram had been replaced by the Babri Masjid. The BJP used the campaign to mobilize voters around religious identity, cultural grievance, and national pride. The yatra helped the party expand rapidly, especially in northern India. It also deepened communal tensions, culminating in the demolition of the Babri Masjid in 1992 by Hindu nationalist activists. That event transformed Indian politics, making the BJP a central player but also intensifying debates over secularism, minority rights, and the role of religion in public life. By the mid-1990s, the BJP had moved from the political margins to the national center. In the 1996 general election, it became the largest party in parliament. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, one of the BJP's most prominent and widely respected leaders, became prime minister. But the party did not have enough support to command a majority in the Lok Sabha, and Vajpayee's government lasted only 13 days. This short-lived government showed both the BJP's strength and its limits. It could win large numbers of seats, but it needed allies to govern a diverse country with many regional parties. The lesson was clear: ideology could mobilize voters, but coalition building was essential for power in India's fragmented parliamentary system. The BJP solved this problem through the National Democratic Alliance, or NDA, a coalition of parties led by the BJP. After the 1998 election, the NDA formed a government under Vajpayee, although it lasted about a year. After fresh elections in 1999, Vajpayee returned and completed a full term, becoming the first non-Congress prime minister to do so. This period was important because the BJP governed more cautiously than many expected. It did not push all of its core Hindutva priorities with full force, partly because coalition partners had different regional and ideological interests. Instead, the government emphasized economic liberalization, infrastructure, national security, and India's global status. The 1998 nuclear tests, the Kargil War, and expanded market reforms all shaped the BJP's image as a party of nationalism and growth. In 2004, the BJP-led NDA expected to perform strongly with its India Shining campaign, which highlighted growth and modernization. But the election produced a surprise defeat. Many voters, especially in rural and poorer areas, did not feel included in the prosperity being advertised. Congress returned to power, leading the United Progressive Alliance, and the BJP spent the next 10 years as the main opposition party. This decade was not just a pause, it was a period of internal reassessment. The party debated leadership, message, and strategy. Regional leaders gained prominence, and one of them became especially important: Narendra Modi, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, who built a reputation among supporters for strong administration, economic development, and decisive leadership. Narendra Modi transformed the BJP's national appeal in the 2014 general election. His campaign combined anti-corruption messaging, promises of development, strong leadership, Hindu nationalist symbolism, and sophisticated communication. The BJP won a majority on its own, a rare achievement in the coalition era. Modi became prime minister, and the party's political style changed. The BJP became more centralized around its national leadership, more aggressive in communication, and more effective at turning elections into presidential-style contests centered on Modi's image. It also expanded through a powerful ground organization, social media networks, welfare messaging, and a strategy of challenging regional parties state by state. The 2014 victory did not simply bring the BJP to power, it marked a new era of Indian politics. The BJP's official ideology is integral humanism, formulated by Dindayal Upadhyaya in the 1960s. It presents society as an organic whole and argues for a development model rooted in Indian cultural values rather than Western individualism or Marxist class conflict. In practice, the party combines several themes: social conservatism, cultural nationalism, national security, welfare delivery, market-oriented growth, and strong central leadership. Its relationship with the RSS remains central to understanding how it functions. The RSS and its wider network can provide ideological training, volunteers, and social outreach, while the BJP operates as the electoral arm within democratic politics. This connection gives the BJP unusual organizational depth, but it also fuels concern among critics, who see the blending of party, ideology, and civil society networks as politically dominant and polarizing. Since 2014, the BJP government has implemented several policies long associated with its ideological agenda. In 2019, it revoked Article 370, which had granted Jammu and Kashmir a special constitutional status, and reorganized the state into union territories. Supporters called this a step toward full national integration, while critics argued it reduced autonomy and was imposed under heavy security restrictions. The government also criminalized the practice of instant triple talaq, presenting it as a reform for Muslim women's rights, though opponents questioned the criminal approach. More broadly, the BJP has emphasized national security, border strength, citizenship, and cultural issues. These policies have energized supporters who see the party as correcting historical compromises, while raising concerns among critics about federalism, minority protections, and constitutional balance. Electorally, the BJP has become the world's largest political party by claimed membership, with more than 140 million members as of the mid-2020s. Its strength comes from a combination of charismatic leadership, disciplined organization, welfare schemes, nationalist messaging, and the ability to adapt to local caste, class, and regional dynamics. It won another clear national majority in 2019, and in 2024 it returned to power through the NDA coalition, showing both its durability and the continued importance of allies. By 2026, the NDA governed many Indian states and union territories, making the BJP the central axis of Indian politics. Yet its dominance remains debated. Supporters credit it with stability, assertive governance, and national confidence. Critics point to democratic backsliding, pressure on institutions, media polarization, and rising majoritarian politics. The BJP's story is therefore not just about one party's rise, it is about the changing meaning of Indian nationalism, democracy, and power in the 21st century. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.